Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at the euro currency. So yesterday was really very interesting session, especially when the major statistics have been released: gross domestic product, personal consumption expenditures index. So we would like to ask the question to Jerome Powell, right? So as you know from our reports, we have talked a lot that gross domestic product in the second quarter will be negative, and we've got the negative numbers even in excess of the anticipated levels. And if Fed states and tells that consumption is strong and unemployment is low, how you could get the negative numbers with the strong consumption and low unemployment? This is absolutely difficult to explain. So just take a look at the numbers, what we've got. Price index, inflation, 8.3, above the expectation. Sales, 2 times lower than expected. Where is great consumption? I do not see it. Prices higher. Real consumer spending, 2 times lower than expected. Guys, probably we should not comment anything, just because you see the confirmation, all the stuff that we discussed in the weekly report in recent few weeks in Forex market. Is that Fed has no idea how to deal with current situation. They had no room to finance the deficit. Debt market is anemic currently, stagnating. So they can't keep rate change, because it is gross domestic product is already negative. But they also can't do nothing just because current situation stands absolutely terrible in terms of the numbers. And investors currently really confused, because if you take a look at the performance of the gold market and the euro currency, you'll see that it's a different action. Why? It's just because gold traders see the drop in the gross domestic product, which means the slowdown of the economy. That's just lower interest rates, or at least stop hiking interest rates, while the other investors sees high inflation, and they suggest that it should be further upward action. Currently, with the drop of the consumption and retail sales, you could see the starting of the big problems. It's just collapsing in consumption means slowdown in the economy, defaults in the loans, as the private loans, as the companies' loans, problems with the high yield bonds. So it will be the really default spiral that starts to turning up, and we are standing right in the beginning of the process. So at the same time, if we'll take a look at the balance sheet of the Fed, you'll see that tightening is not started yet. So the balance, as it was around 8 trillions, it stands approximately around 8 trillions. And how Fed will decide to deal with this stuff, I think that, they have no idea what to do. And actually, the 2 possible scenarios we already have described in our recent report. So we said that might be worst scenario, bad scenario, and worst scenario. So now let's talk about the euro. The euro currency, as you can see, our worries and doubts that upward action might be over was not in vain, as indeed market has dropped recently, rather significant. Yes, theoretically we still have bullish grabber on the daily chart. But currently, to deal with this, it's really a big challenge. It's by a few reasons. First of all, if we'll take a look on the gold market, on the dollar index, we've got recently another grabber that suggests taking out of this top and further dollar strength right here. And it's understandable, just because we are getting the stronger inflation that actually has been suggested. This is first moment. Second moment, if we'll take a look at the Bitcoin market, you will see it a bit later in our video today. the bullish pattern that was forming there now is ready to collapse, which suggests further drop on the Bitcoin market below the lows. And it's, well, of course it's not the same with the euro currency, but it's still, this is some parts of the same process, and it also suggests some weakness on euro currency as well. Daily trend has turned bearish here. So the only probably thing that you could say, trying to protect the idea of the possible long entry, is the withstands at the support. So market dropped 618 support. And take a look, market here has completed steep ABCD pattern with the OP target. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, I would like to show you what the action actually we have. Take a look, compare just this type of action, right, and this type of action. This type of action is very similar to this one, which is actually, as you understand, not really very good for the bullish context. Trend in all time frames stands bearish here, I mean daily and intraday trades. If still you would like to consider taking the long position, trying to bet on a weekly grabber, the only way how to do this, I would suggest that you should wait for a clear bullish pattern around major support. Personally, guys, I have big doubts that this will happen, because also this ABCD pattern, if you remember, that we have traded, has been erased. It's just market has dropped below this C point, and actually all bearish signs that we have discussed yesterday has been completed. Bearish downside swing has been formed, action extends really fast, ABCD pattern has been erased, daily trend has turned bearish. So as you understand, it's very difficult to find the reason to take the long position. But still, you have, maybe you have some other view, and your analysis suggests that upward action has chances to happen. In this case, just watch for a clear bullish pattern. So if you'll see, for example, butterfly, hand and shoulders, something of that sort right there around the OP, you could try, because at least the pairing of the pattern lets you to place very tight stop, and you will not lose too much in downward continuation. So this is the only way how to deal currently with this. Well, on the bullish side, if you'd like to. Taking the short position, guys, well, I think that you could consider probably some resistance levels here, and think about for taking the short position on the euro currency, because my suggestion is that with this performance, with the pattern on the dollar index, I suggest that it's more probable that market will challenge the lows and erase the weekly grabber rather than will show the bullish reversal and keep going higher, if of course something expected not happen. So this is our situation on the euro currency.